Crickety old cracking neck. Oof. Hello, YouTube family. Let me see real quick if I can grab the link to the next crafter and put do not disturb on my phone. That'll work. I am hopping on a little early, excuse me, because we must have had a misunderstanding with our first crafter this evening, Miss Shauna. And, hi everybody. And, she wasn't there, so let me make sure. Oh, am I missing an L? Michelle, put your glasses on, you might know. I am. Let's see, I missed an L in Miss Leah's business name, so let me get that right, and then I will pin that. Oh, come on now, the little hearts thing is getting in the way. Yikes. JJ, yeah. I got it. I was going to ask you to pin that comment. Okay. Hey, you can't get my link to work. I don't know what's going on. Let me see. Did you? Oh, you sent it to, okay, hold on. You sent it to Michelle. Let's see. Yeah, so there was a mix. There was a mix-up with time, so let me see. The times are wrong on the flyer. Those were the times when it was central. Yikes. Okay, so... Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, Air Bear M, for joining me. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Charlene. Okay, so should I, Kristy, should I wait then 30 minutes? What should I do? Oh, glamorous. I don't know about all that, but thank you. It's the earrings. Hey, yeah, so I guess that means, oh, good grief. My brain cannot process. I cannot process. Are you here, Kristy? So if the times were wrong, that means she was on 6 Eastern time? Yeah. Kristy! Is that you, Bethwyn, or Kristy? Who's on as Crafty Creators Community? Yes, well, it said 5 for Shauna, Eastern Standard Time, and then 6 for me, and then 7 for Leah, and 8 for Kristy. Is that wrong? Yikes. That's not so glamorous, is it? 5 p.m. Eastern Time. You're not next. You're at 7. It's, yeah, Eastern time. So what? It's 6 o'clock right now, right? I'm so confused. So the times are right on the flyer. It's me, Bethwyn. Hi, Bethwyn. Okay, I'm confused. So I thought, yeah, 6 p.m. here. That's what I thought. But Kristy's messaging me saying everything should be an hour later. So in other words, it should have been 6 Shauna Eastern time, me 7, Leah 8, and Kristy 9 Eastern Standard Time. Okay. I'm up. Now she's saying you're up. Okay. I'm up then. I'm up. Okay. I'm here. Hello everybody. Thank you for joining me. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So for the rest of the night, this is what we're going with. So I'll talk to Shauna and we'll fix that for next time. We'll get it all straight. Eastern, Central, all the things. But it is 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the United States, and I am live right now, so we're going with it. I am Michele with Design&Vine, and I am hosting this evening with Kristy from Kristy's Crafty Cottage. She will be on at 8. Pinned in the top of the chat is Leah's link, Make All the Things With Me, and Rosa Leah will be up following me. So let me go ahead. There's a little sneak peek of what I'm gonna kind of try to recreate this evening. And let me go ahead and turn on all the things and turn off all the things that don't need to be there. Okay. So I have this wood board from Hobby Lobby, from the wood pile. And let's see, it was $3.99, which means I paid full price for it because their little discount on woodpile stuff starts at, I think, $4.99 and up or $5.99 and up, something like that. So I'm just going to take my, I can untangle it, my heat gun to this real quick and get this sticker off. And I'm just using a Dollar Tree weeder to kind of work this off. I use this a lot with my Cricut machine to weed vinyl, which is a fancy word for pull apart the pieces, basically. And I'm going to use a reverse weed tonight, actually, from my Cricut that I cut on some scrap paper. This is pretty heated up. It is hot enough to peel. Maybe not down at the bottom. I'm kind of at a stage with my hair where it's like kind of starting to grow back from when it started balding up at the top here from COVID. I had it twice and I've been diagnosed with long COVID now. So Nutrafol, I've started it 3 months ago. I'm on my 4th month, and I actually have little hairs growing in, so it works. If you've ever wondered or heard of Nutrafol, it works, and quite pleased with it actually. And I'm not like trying to sell it or anything like that, but if you need a reference for a discount or anything like that, I can, I think there's like a reference on there, like I don't get anything from it, but you get like 20% off your first purchase or something. But it works. It definitely works. And I was actually watching Kelly Clarkson earlier, and she was saying that, oh, I forget the name of it now. It's like Markoff or something like that. And you look it up from her page, her website. And it comes in these hairspray looking bottles, and it's regular like $279 or something like that. And because it was on her show, they gave it like an 89% discount, and you could get like 2 bottles of it. It's for hair regrowth and from bald to thinning to just thin hair. I think 2 bottles was like 20 something. And Nutrafol is a little more expensive than that, so maybe that's something you could start with instead. I didn't catch the name of that though, so you'd have to go to Kelly Clarkson's page. But hey Kristy, I'm sorry for the mix-up. I have no idea what's going on. I'm still confused. Wow, I can't get my, okay, my Mod Podge bottle was glued shut. Okay, now I'm making a mess. So I'm going to put Mod Podge on here, and I already have a pre-cut piece of cardstock that I want to try to use. And using my Mod Podge brush that I also got at Hobby Lobby. And the paper that I'm using, I've actually had this craft sitting and waiting for a couple weeks now, because I had to cancel out of an event that I was in that was about sunshine, and I thought, well, I'm just going to use it before summer ends. I mean, summer hasn't actually even started yet, but for crafters, some are moving on to fall already, because we kind of have to be ahead of the game to give you guys ideas. So this will probably be one of my last, unless I'm in an event for something, summer crafts, because a lot of crafters are moving into fall items. So you can make all the things beforehand and display them at the right time, right? Okay. And that's why a lot of the craft stores carry some of the stuff early. Sometimes people think it's way too early. But from a crafter's point of view, we kind of get it. We kind of need all the things earlier than just a decorator, you know, just someone looking to decorate. So the parts and pieces tend to go on sale sooner than the actual like completed things. So what I decided to do was put a background on here. Let me make sure I'm putting this on the right way. And this is my background. It has little flip-flops and fish and sun and beach balls, and it's probably a little bit bigger. This is the last piece of this cardstock that my Hobby Lobby had on the shelf, and it was all raggedy and torn, and there's even like a little hole somewhere on this piece, and I was like, I'm going with it because it's cute and it's all they got. So let me get this on here, and I may even take, let's see if I have it up here. I'm thinking about taking, hey Joe, is the wax paper down there, dude? Joe? Yeah, he's outside with the dogs. Would you grab me the wax paper from downstairs? Not wax paper, parchment paper. What am I saying? I'll be having wax all over everything. Okay. Plugging in my Cricut little iron thing because there we go. I'm gonna put it on higher. So I'm gonna be using this right here, my little mini one. And I'm just gonna kind of reactivate some of that under there because I got a good coverage, but it dried before I put it down. So my tech guy, JJ, the tech guy, my son, is grabbing me some parchment paper, and we will get this down on here. And sand the edges off. And while that heats up, I'm going to let that heat up. I took a piece of just, this isn't stark white, and there's no wording on it. Thank you. There's no wording on it. I'll bring them back down if you just put it over there. So, I actually grabbed some of these sheets the last time I was out. And you can reuse it over and over and over again. So I took that color of cardstock and I went to my Cricut machine, and I'm actually using the negative of this. Like most people, well, I mean, it depends on the project that you're doing, but I'm using the negative. I'm not using the letters, but I'll hold on to the letters because they literally spell something. So just trying to be extra careful. Come at it from all the angles here and just pop those letters right out like so. They're kind of, what they're doing is they're adhering to the, this is sticky. So now I have Hello Summer, and I'm gonna need, let me use my weeding tool. What did I do with it? There it is. I'm gonna need, ow. I don't know if you saw what I just did, but I poked myself at the pointy part of this. I'm gonna need this little part of the R. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pop the R off and just set it over there, and I'll keep it because I'll use it. But I need this inner part of the R for the word to look correct. And I'm also gonna need the inner part of the O, and I think those are the only two letters that have other areas to place inside of them. I don't know if you can see the texture. It's kind of tiny. Let me put the letter up there and see if that works. I kind of left them on there so that I wouldn't lose them. Let's see if it'll show up on my wrinkly back of my hand. It's not. Sorry. It's got kind of like a raised texture to it. Sometimes if you turn it crooked, there, for a split second it showed up. Oh, I think you know what I mean. Oh, I know what I can show instead of the tiny letter. I don't want to lose my little circle pieces. I'm going to put that aside. So maybe if I hold up the bigger piece, you can kind of see, over there, down at the bottom, or maybe that's your top side. Up here, you can see the texture on the paper. So that's going to show, and we're going to cut it down to size once we get it on the board as well. And then I have these two little pieces to go in the R and the O. And if I put them over there, they're going to blow away. So I'm going to put them over here. But first, we're going to make sure this is good and secure. Make sure. Yes, it's like a linen texture. Hey, Shauna. Good gracious. I'm so sorry. You'd think I've never done this before. I'm sorry. You need a tech guy too? Where do you live, sweetie? Maestro Perlo. Bethwin said, please acknowledge my message. JJ. Wait. Oh, that's so scary. I'm missing. Wait. Shauna, you truly weren't late. You were a half hour early. It's the first night. We'll get it all straightened out. Yep. We'll press it all out with a Cricut iron. We'll get it all straightened out. I don't know, Bethwin, what did you say? Let's see. But it was Central, so since we're changed to Eastern, we'll be starting an hour later. Okay, gotcha. I'm going to turn that off. And we are going to make sure, yeah, this is on there real good now. So I am going to take, I'm actually going to do it over my paper so that I can, I do better with this one because it's coarser. I was trying to think there. There's just a little bit on the edges here that I need to get off. I'm trying real hard to not forget that that little iron is sitting there. It cools off pretty quick, but with my track record, I do not want a scar on my arm. I scar so easily, guys, so easily. This was a burn from like 2 months ago, and it's still, like, I don't think it'll ever go away, to be honest. Like, once I get something to happen, am I frozen, Jay? One of my cameras is frozen. Yikes. Let me see if I can restart that camera. Hopefully you can hear me. Let me see. Yeah, I'm going to try to reconnect it. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna, can you hear me okay, Jay? Alright, I'm gonna have to unplug it, I guess. Yeah, I am. Do you want to do it? So this is what I was trying to do. I was trying to get the negative to show the pattern in the background. I have it upside down right now, so it's going to end up being like that. But I thought that was cuter to do it the negative way. You can hear. Awesome. Thank you. So Jay, if you wouldn't mind then unplugging that camera. If you dare try to get around the other side of my desk. Right. I know. I know. I have to try to center it because I know that when I was cutting it.
Because you had it upside down a second ago.
Yeah. See how it's like the little beach ball and the thing is on. Okay. Yeah. I've got it. So I think I centered it on the 12 by 12, which means I'm going to have to center it, kind of eyeball it. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. And then when I bend it down here, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to center it like this. And I'm going to leave a little room so that, oh, I moved my pencils. Good gracious. Girl, get it together. So I'm just eyeballing it. And then I'm marking it with a pencil, like so.
Plug back in.
And now I'm going to cut it out. Okay, it's plugged back in, he said. Let's see if we can connect it again and see if it works. I'm back! I'm back! Let me grab my scissors. Pretty sure I got this right, y'all. That's just a cute little sign. Not quite summer yet, but we're going to Mod Podge this down as well. I was so afraid to use my Cricut when I first got it. It literally, I got it for Christmas, I think 2019, and it took me like 2 years to just take it out of the box. I don't know why we do that to ourselves, because I hear that that's like a common thing, that people don't open their Cricuts because they're kind of intimidated by them. So this cooled down rather quickly, like I thought. I still wouldn't put my hand on the plate, but it's pretty cool. Like, I'm not worried about burning myself. Y'all, I have a Mac, and I would not recommend a Mac if you're looking into getting a new computer or anything, and you're going to be streaming lives. And I found that out the hard way. It's actually a thing. Like, if you Google it, it's a thing. So, yeah. There's that. I had PCs all my life, and I got a MacBook Pro laptop, and I absolutely loved it. And, my son said, don't do it. Don't do it. Get a computer. Get a PC. I got a Mac. And then I found out after the fact that they don't do well with live streams. They heat up. Like, I've got a fan blowing on the back of mine right now, and that's probably why my camera froze, because I have 2 cameras, and I have, I don't have my keyboard plugged in. I try to plug in as little as possible because I know that it'll freeze up. So I think I just have my 2 cameras besides the plug itself. But yeah, that's like apparently not the system to buy if you're looking to do live streaming. So just keep that in mind. I'm going to try to get this all in here. My paintbrush is dripping on my paper. Oh, I'm a hot mess tonight. Alright, hopefully it's cardstock, so hopefully it doesn't try to curl up on me here. But if it does, it should lay back down. And I'm not concerned about getting it on my table because it will literally wipe right up. A little bit of bending. But I want to move quickly because I don't want it to dry, but I am gonna, actually let me put this back on, because I am going to use the paper again just to make sure that it's good and secured on there. Come on. Come on, little Cricut. Why is it not oh, darn. I thought I unplugged it, but I guess I didn't. So, I had it for another craft. Let me get this down, y'all. I had it for another craft. I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. And I got really sick. Like, I'm still kind of, not sick like, you know, like not the flu or anything like that. But I started getting dizzy, and I couldn't figure out, why am I like this? There they are. I couldn't figure out why, really, I was so dizzy. So I almost passed out one time. And I passed all my heart tests. I mean, everything came back fine. And I started getting this lightheadedness. And, like, I'd literally have to stop what I was doing and just, like, close my eyes and stand there. And there was one time I almost, like, fell forward and just passed out. And another time that I did pass out, and then a third time that I almost passed out again. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? I really have no idea what's going on. Maybe it's my meds, maybe I'm not taking them right. Couldn't really figure it out. So I'm going to bring this back over here. I'm going to grab my parchment paper. And we're going to make sure this is secured down on here really well. So it got to the point where I was like, you know, my doctors couldn't see me until June. It's still not June. And this was like a week ago. And I just said, I'm just going to go to the ER. Just drop me off. I'll probably be there for, 24 hours before they even see me, because it takes forever. They actually did pretty good. I got in there about 18 hours after my arrival. And I get there. They do triage, and they're like, oh, you're dizzy. All right, go sit down. So I was in the waiting room for quite a while, and they take me back. They did a CT scan, then they did a MRI, and I was in the waiting room so long, my back started hurting. So they gave me something for that pain, because I thought it hurt so bad I thought I had a kidney stone. Well, I didn't have a kidney stone on the side of my back that was hurting, but I did have one on the other side they found. And I'm like, I don't even care about that, because it's not hurting me. I just want to know why I'm dizzy. And they're like, well, we don't know, so we're going to send you home. And I said, no. I almost passed out, guys, and I'm sitting here listening to my heart monitor. It keeps beeping, and it keeps doing all this crazy noises and stuff. They had me hooked up to all the heart stuff. And they're like, yeah, but it's nothing really irregular. You're fine. And I was like, but I'm not. Something's not right. They sent me home. So this Friday, I have an appointment with my actual heart doctor, and I'm going to talk to her about TOPS, T-O-P-S syndrome, and hopefully get them to run some tests or test me somehow, and see if we can figure out what's going on, because I can't deal with this anymore. I don't know what's happening half the time, and it's just really starting to bug me. Really? I'm going to hit you up later, Shauna. Okay? So this is what we have so far, guys. I still have to put the little circle in the O. Oh my gosh, look at how perfectly that sun is located. Oh my gosh, should I even cover that? Because it looks like summer. I have this little D that goes in the R, but I almost don't want to cover that little sunshine, because it kind of represents for the R, right? Yes, I will. So I had never heard of it before, but I'm like, if the doctors can't figure it out, they don't want you to go to Google, but I'm going to Google it, because they sent me home, So I got to try to figure it out for myself. So I'm going to put it in there, but I don't think I'm going to put it down here. I love that little sun acting as the cutout for the O. So, all right, let me go ahead and do the next step here. And I may have to Mod Podge over the top of this whole thing, because some of that Mod Podge got on here, which is good. It'll seal it. So that's kind of what we want anyway. Let me do this as far away from the mic as I can. I think we fit it to the top just perfectly. Yeah, pretty much. But the sides have a little bit extra. Let me keep an eye on my time. Okay. I used to have Senscope B12, and I have had the dizziness stuff since they had sleep study, and I'm on anti-epilepsy meds. You know what? I'm on levocetirizine for what they said were little seizures happening in the back of my brain. I do have anxiety. I have depression. And I take B12. Maybe I'm taking too much because my hair medicine that I take 4 of every day to help my hair regrow has B12 in it, but I also take a B12 supplement. I just wish a doctor would sit down with me and go through all of this and say, here's your blood workup. You're definitely taking too much B12. You have this, but you don't have that. And let's get this fixed. I mean, that's their job. It's not mine. I shouldn't have to sit here and diagnose myself. They get paid the big bucks for that, I mean, give me a break. My memory isn't what it used to be. I have my son helping me with my meds because good grief have I been taking stuff messed up lately. I'm like real worried about that because my mom did it for a hot minute. She was taking her meds wrong. And I had to sit and help her divvy things up. She would drop pills from time to time and not even realizing it. She'd miss the little thing and it'd bounce and fall on the floor. And I'd say, Mom, do you know you've got pills on the floor down here? Huh? No, I didn't know. Oh gosh, the babies. What if the babies? Because my grandbabies were little then at the time when she was still around. So I was like, Mom, I'm going to have to do this with you. And, she didn't want to give up that task. I, on the other hand, don't care. And JJ's like, oh, great. Now I'm helping my mom with her meds. All right, so I'm going to put this little O on, and then we're going to do a top coat of Mod Podge. Or this little filler section for the O, I should say. I got a little too much, of course. And I'm going to leave the R the way it is because I love how that sunshine, I'm going to try to center this as best I can, but again, I'm just eyeballing it because it doesn't have to be perfect, right? The old me would have said, oh yes, it does. But nobody's got time to be perfect anymore. So I'm going to leave that little sunshine as my D section that should go there because I think it's just perfectly centered. It came out perfect. My nose is so itchy right now. Sorry about that. So I'm going to put a light coat of Mod Podge over the top of this. And I'm going to use a bigger brush. I say light coat and then I just pile it on there. I just don't want any, I want it to be sealed and I don't want any little marks of glue or anything like that on here. So I'm just gonna seal it all up. I don't know why I'm avoiding the letters like I am, like I'm gonna hurt them or something. I've been going like all around them. We'll just go right over that like ketchup. I don't even eat ketchup. Does anyone else not like ketchup? My son thinks I'm so weird because I don't eat ketchup, mayonnaise, mustard. I don't, yeah. Condiments are not my thing. I just don't, unless it's like salad dressing. And even then I'll like eat the salad dry and dip it sometimes, like not every time, just sometimes. Okay, let me dry this and then I'll show you what's next. I'm going to dry it so that you can see it. Isn't that cute? So I've been wanting to do this because I had this, use the negative of the letters idea, and I'm going to fold this back up and use it again because waste not, want not. We've got to keep this planet as clean as we can, right? Leave as little carbon footprint as we can. Excuse me. Yeah, Shauna, that is a little weird. I'm sorry. Bacon is like, if that was the only thing left on the planet, I'd be fine. And it's very high in protein, and I have a hard time finding my proteins because I'm such a picky eater. So bacon is one of my go-tos, and my bariatric doctor said go, eat that piece of bacon because it's got protein in it. So unfortunately, my daughter used to love it until she became vegetarian, and now she's like, man, I kind of miss bacon. We like ketchup, but let's see, hubby likes ketchup, but not tomatoes. Yeah, I've heard that. I think my granddaughter's the same way. There is something wrong with the link to the next crafter. You know what? That's been that way for like 3 weeks, and I went out and I copied a straight up, like I went to her YouTube page and to Leah's YouTube page and made sure I was just copying her. Go into my description and see if you can get to her page from my description. I don't know where you're accessing it from. Let me read the rest. Change it to the same prefix, but then instead of her code after the / put. Okay, so, all right, so change my, Jay, will you change my pin for me? Yes, this is very consistent looking now. So it doesn't have any like shiny spots or anything on it, but it does have a little bit of extra paper over here. So I'm just going to get that off, and then I'm going to show you what we're going to do to the edges here. I think that's good. You don't think you can? Why wouldn't you be able to? I don't know why nothing's working today, but it's annoying me. Where's my paint? That's not it. What did I do with my paint? Oh, here it is. Okay. Let me shake it up. We have Folk Art Bluebell with an E at the end of bell. So let me just show you that. Folk Art Bluebell right there. Right there. And I'm going to take a little bit of this. And we're going to go around the edges and onto some of the edge of the actual thing as well. The top. And this is just a blue that I thought was a different shade of the blue that is in there that I liked. Let's see, I kind of want a chippy brush. Yeah, I'm going to use my chippy brush. Go around the edges in this blue, and if it gets onto the paper, I'm fine with that. I'm cool with that. It's going to edge it for me. It's going to put that little framed edge on it for me. Just like so. Row, I hear sirens. I didn't do it. I'm being a good girl. Tammy, are you here? We want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. So I'm even intentionally going up on that edge a little bit. Tap, tap, tap it off. Kind of giving it that kind of tattered look. I'm liking it. Looks like water splashing up almost. Tammy. Oh, I'm sorry. Is that so? Well, she just needs to wipe off her hands and get to answering. Are you there, Miss Tammy? So it's going to be perfectly imperfect all around the edges. And then I've got something to add to this. I'm not going to put a bead sign or anything like that. We're not getting that fancy this evening. But I do have some really cute stickers that I'd like to add to this. And I'll show them to you in just a moment. And maybe even a little beachy looking bow. So while this dries, I'm going to show you all a small package that I just got today from Mr. Brian Firkin at Brian Lane Designs. I was watching his live the other day, and he had some things that I thought I could put to good use. He had a lot of stuff marked down. He's trying to get new stock in. He moved to Kentucky, y'all. He was real close to me, and I never did get a chance to go see him. And that kind of makes me mad because now he's in Kentucky and he's way further away. Okay, so here's my box. I'm opening it for the first time right now to see what I got. I think that's pretty dry, so I'm going to put my little dryer aside. His flowers are such good quality, like high end. I think these are little peonies, and if they lose their shape, look at the leaf. Look at how amazing that leaf is. They're like fuzzy almost. They look so real. And everything is bendable to however you want. Can you see that? But look at the color and how pretty these are. And if I want to, I can either, kind of work it a little bit with my hand, or I can put the heat gun to it and it'll reshape. But how pretty is that? What else do I have in here? I got these white and oh gosh, these feel like, he called them dried flowers, and they literally are just like, he gave me something extra. I'm gonna have to holler at him. These are perfect for crafting. Oh my gosh, they feel and look so real. They feel like dried, can you hear that crunchiness? They're like dried flowers, guys, but they're not. So cool. Very inexpensive. And then I got this cute box for planting, or I don't know, maybe making a table out of it. I have an idea to do keeping it real, y'all. The Perseverance of Time by Salvador Dali. I loved art when I was in school. See, all this was marked down, but then I won a giveaway. That fell. And I was only supposed to get 3 rolls, and he sent me 4. So I'm gonna yell at him. But so I got these 4 patriotic ribbons for free. They're cute. I like this one. I'm not really big on patriotic crafts, but now that I have this ribbon, woo woo, I can think up some stuff. I've got Memorial Day coming up. My son was actually born on Memorial Day, and right in the middle of a picnic too. And how old are you gonna be again? 35. The big 3-5, y'all. yeah, I can't remember my own age. So, all right, let me show you these stickers as we get close to the time here. Look at how cute. These are the Paper Studio from Hobby Lobby. And I don't know what it is with me lately with the little things and the buttons and the stickers, but look at these sunshine and clouds. I saw these and I was like, well, that has to go. They're blingy and they're cute and I love them, and they're just going to have to go on my little sunshine craft. But look at the little goldfish, huh? I know, but thank you for the time reminder. I'm being such a brat today. Even in the car, I was being such a brat. Yeah, they've been driving Miss Daisy around for a while now because I'm afraid to drive because I don't want to have a dizzy spell. So I just sit in the back and I'm like, you were supposed to turn there. Why didn't you turn there? Are you taking me to the right place? Do you know where you're taking me? Okay, so we kind of have these little sunshines. Oh, and I also have this, whoops, I bought this on clearance. You know, I think I grabbed it at, Hobby Lobby, and I think it was like in their clearance section. And I kind of, it's some kind of thing. I thought it was a barrette or something at first, but you know, yeah, no, that's kind of too big. But I kind of want to take it apart and then like use this one right here and put a sun in the middle of it. Wouldn't that be cute? It's almost like a haze behind the sun, and then put that up in one corner, and or maybe, I don't know, maybe that one. I don't know. I do want to deconstruct it though. I'm just being destructive and annoying today. I definitely want to deconstruct it. So I'm either gonna rip it or I'm gonna heat it up and try to loosen up this glue and get this to come apart. Machinella down there, making some noise. I may have to, because it's not coming apart easy and I want it to, I may have to just kind of cut under it. One of the buttons already kind of fell off. Yeah, so if I just kind of, y'all are probably thinking, what is she doing? Stop it. You can use that whole thing, but I don't want to. I'm sorry. Okay, it's not working. Where's my scissors? There's a lot of glue on here, y'all. A lot of hot glue. I'm surprised it's not heating up. Maybe I'm just not patient enough. I definitely know I don't feel like being burned today. Here we go. Here we go. I may still destroy it. I'm not sure yet. Jury's still out on that one. Not on purpose. It's just, you know, something that could happen. But I have this little brown button that, yowza, that got hot real quick. Ah! I really want this one off. My finger is getting glued onto it, y'all. This is the one I want. And by golly, I'm gonna get it. I'm just gonna heat it up for a second. That's glue. It's not my skin. That's glue. There, or better. So if you heat up the back, it should melt the glue to a point where you can get it off. That's actually almost satisfying when you peel glue off, if it didn't burn you already, which it did not. It wasn't that hot. Boy, this has turned into the gory show, talking about burning my skin off. Thank you, Charlene. All this is it, y'all. It's gonna come off. I feel it. I feel it. No, I didn't feel it. Gotta work quick. Quick, quick, quick. Quick, quick, quick. Okay. We got it. All right. And we still have 3 intact pieces right there. Okay, so I can use those for something else. I'm just going to trim that. And then I think I'm going to take the little, I don't know, should I take the button off? Yeah, I should take the button off and add, I'm going to put a few goldfish with some bubbles down at the bottom. So we can do that real quick. And I kind of want to put them in a way that they're like, they look like they're not in a school, they're just kind of swimmingly following each other. Let's do this one facing downward. These are so cute. Tiny bubbles. And they're blingy. Four little fishies swimming in a row. So I'm just alternating the direction that they're kind of swimming in, up and down. And then, let's see. Take some bubbles and put them coming out of his little mouth. Take another little bubble. They don't all have to be bubbling at the same time, right? They all breathe at different times. Boy, these are really sticky, which is good. We want them to be. This one kind of stuck on itself though. Oh no. Okay, what's going on here? I think it got twisted. It did. It got twisted, but that's okay. We're gonna just do that. There, we got it to stick. And let me see if I can get this button off and add a sun to it. Yep, that was pretty easy. Let me get some, let's see. Here comes the sun. I'm gonna put the sun up in that corner. Oh, my glue has been sitting there so long. It's slightly yellowed. That means it's burned a little bit. Okay. We'll get that on there. And then we will peel off a sun. This has actually turned out much cuter than I thought it would. That's always fun. Oh my goodness. The sun with the haze around it. And a few clouds passing by. We'll put one over here. We'll put one down here. And then one more, maybe a little higher. I might add more bubbles. How cute and sparkly is that? Oh, this turned out really cute, guys. I'm loving it. I could even, if I wanted to, put a little ring around that sun or something, but I am going to add more bubbles. I like the bubbles. The bubbles are cute. Maybe each one will, maybe the downward ones will go slightly in a different direction. Let's see. I'll give that one 3 bubbles. He's going to get 3 bubbles. It's going to start with a big one. And then the last one, we'll give another long trail. A long trail of bubbles. You really can't see like the backing once it sticks to the board. But it does have like this little hanger right here, so you don't really need to add like a beaded hanger or anything. But how perfect did that little flower turn out? Isn't that cute? And you can even go back in and add like distressing around the edges of the blue if you wanted to. Okay, what time do we have? 6:55. I will be live tomorrow in a new group that, well, they're not new, it's new to me. And I'm actually going to be following Royal Funky Junk, Kathy, and before her is Beth with Rekindled Blessings. And I'm kind of nervous, if you guys wouldn't mind coming and joining me. I'm like, you're all familiar faces to me, and I'm comfortable with you guys, and I feel like with that in front of me, I'm gonna be like, and it's a thrift flip thing, so I hope, like, I love doing things like this, like candlestick holders and stuff like that. This I actually got at Goodwill. It was on the high side actually for Goodwill. This was $6.99, and it's got, let me make me bigger so you can see. Nope, wrong button, Michelle. Let me see. Front facing camera. I'm here, I promise. I just have to fix my camera again. Okay, that's low. That's me. Okay, so I have this fleur-de-lis, and I just thought it was so pretty. Even like with the little nick marks, when I paint this, you're never gonna know. You're never gonna know. And it's very heavy, so I thought it was well worth. Look at that blue on there. It's a shame I'm going to be painting over it, but it is a thrift flip, and I'll probably paint it a color and then add some kind of distressing color over it. So I do that not to give a side eye, a bombastic side eye or anything like that. I do that to look at the time. My time is up in that corner on my computer, so I'm not side eyeing anybody, but I will be painting this and maybe adding some bling and distressing it a little bit tomorrow. So, and who knows, maybe I'll pick a blue, maybe I'll do some pattern on here. I don't want to say the other words anymore, those famous words, because Studio MD AZ got her page taken down for mimicking that. So I'm just going to say I'm going to may put a pattern on here and make that stand out against the solid colors. So we shall see. But come join me tomorrow. It is the Thrifty Flippy Thursday by Tailored Creations, and you should see a flyer on my page about that. But for now, right now, in fact, let us all go over to Leah's page, Miss Rosa Leah. She is make all the things. I always want to say craft all the things with me, but it's make all the things with me, and I did not fix her link. I'm sorry. Did Beth want to answer me about, let me see. Let me go into this and can someone test this for me? I'm going to post Command C, cancel. Someone let me know, please, if this link works to get to Miss Leah's page. Please, please, please. Let's see. Jay, you're not paying attention. We need you, though. It does. It takes me to her page. So that link, yeah. I just opened it in a new tab. So if you click that link that I'm going to pin this instead. So replace pinned message. Go to the top. You'll see https:///make all the things is what, and then it says ... because it doesn't all fit, but that should work. It just worked for me. And she is going live right now, so head on over. Thank you for joining me. Mwah! God bless you all. I'll see you next time, hopefully tomorrow. Thank you, Bethwyn, so much for helping me out. I know, me too. I've kind of been sitting on 3,300 for a while, but I've been sick too, so it's my own fault. I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.